I'm on call this Good Friday, which means I'm got to work this Good Friday, but it is what it is. Let's get into it. Now, one of the wonderful things about being a foundational Black American is that we have a very strong sense of family. So much so that those of us who are doing well, we see family members having a hard time. You know, they might be strung out, they might be going through financial problems. We'll take in the kids. You know, hey, bring the babies over here. Bring the babies over here, man. They'll be over there in that mess. We got it. We got the space. We got the money. Let's do it. Bring the babies over here. And shout out to Ali Sadiq, because he was trying to do that, but his dad, behind a woman, well, I'll let him tell it.
It's me and my dad. I was mad at my dad for a while because he had my oldest is 20. My oldest daughter is 26. So he had Naomi. Naomi is like she's 23 now. He let somebody else adopt her, and I was pissed because I was like, "Yo, I have a daughter. Let me adopt my sister so she'll be taken care of by somebody in the family." So this lady then conned my daddy out his daughter. And I don't find out that the lady really didn't adopt my sister until like 4 years ago. Naomi was like, she didn't really adopt me. You know what I'm saying? And I was broken by that. Like, cause me and him ain't talked for a while. And then he called me, he was like, yo, you still mad? I'm like, yo, nigga, don't hit me with no, if you still mad, shit like we dating or something, nigga. And yo, you still mad, my nigga? Damn. And then nigga, I watch all your videos on computer, nigga. Like,
As you see, our brother, he made light of it at the end, but like you said, you know, he just, hey, bro, hey, I got a daughter. Let me bring her. You know, they can be sisters. They can be like sisters one another. That's what we do. And to find out, not only did you get finessed by some tail, the lady didn't even do the proper paperwork. So these are years without my sibling in a household where we have a structured environment that we know what she's being taught. That can be traumatizing. We don't allow that. That's not a common thing for us. That's not the norm. So that's one of the beautiful things about being foundational Black American. Another thing is we don't have to cosplay. We are the culture.
Southern, what's it called? Mo's Soul Food. Let's get it. What's the history behind Mo? I just want to know the history behind it, if you don't mind me asking. How you doing, man? How's everything good? Yeah, I'm good. The history behind it, like how it started. From the South. Like, what's the history behind it? Like, from the South, you guys came from the South and came over here to New York? The history. No, I said, what's the history behind it? The history. Huh? No, I'm saying, because I know when I like to go to different soul food spots, ask the history. Some people say, oh, look, my mom in the South, they came, they cooked this. Like, I went to, yeah.
I want to know the soul food.
Okay.
And then I visited high school level.
Okay.
And I learned.
Oh, you learned the soul food? Oh, okay. Oh, you Caribbean? You Caribbean? Yeah.
Everything that is being built in this country, 50% of everything that is being built in this country that shape culture, you buy this tech, it is 100% American. We just withdraw ourselves. If it's not black, it's the Jewish. Even the hip hop music that we play.
Yeah, but hold on.
The hip hop music, the Jewish stay in the back, they producing it, they distributing it, and then.
But that don't make it okay, is what I'm trying to say. So, when they come down to, you're right, it is business, right? But what people are saying is, it's not proper business. Yes, the Jews do it, but it's not good what they're doing. The Jews, everybody else do it. That's scummy to do that because that's Black American culture. Black American. Like, I'm not going to go to a Haitian restaurant, have hire only Black Americans, cook Haitian food, and then trick the community and make them think that it's Haitian. Now we knowing that Black Americans is not business, not getting them out of love. And that means if Black American business is not getting them out of love, what happens is that means Black American kids is not getting jobs because these businesses supply the jobs, right? And one more thing. And so what happens is with other cultures, even though they have their own culture, custom traditions, right? When they come into our culture and then they come and take over the businesses and put soul food, what happens is it takes away, real quick, I'm almost done. It takes away not only from the culture because you add your Rasta pasta, you add your jerk chicken, you add your oxtails, you add the plantain, you add all this stuff that's not soul food, right? And it kind of ethnocide the culture. And then two, you economically, although yes, you pay taxes, but the taxes don't go directly to the community. It goes around the whole United States, right? And so what happens is the Caribbean, African, Jews, everybody, they send remittances, right? Remittances back is about $200 million in remittances leave the community. Now, what community do we lead the most? Black American communities. I'm not African at all.
Yes,
I'm American
you
Indian.
You are.
Sir, I'm not African. You're African?
No.
You
Yes,
African?
I think I am.
You think you are?
Yes.
No,
Why?
you're American Indian.
No.
You don't look like an African.
No. We are.
No. Who we? I don't speak French. You speak French.
No,
I don't speak French.
No.
Shout out to our brother. You see, he's keeping his composure and he's breaking all the way down. And they're trying to muddy the waters with this African talk. Oh, they don't talk like that in their home. They don't say they Haitian African or African Haitians. They don't say that in their home. But once again, you see the cosplaying. Well, we're going to serve their food the way we can garner their business. The problem we have with Tethers is they want our money while at the same time, simultaneously disrespecting us. Because that's not how it works. Why would I benefit you when you're disrespecting me? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. I'm going to put $100 in your pocket after you, a kata or whatever, Jareer, Yank or whatever. No. I'm like, no, I'm cool. Keep my money in my pocket. Like my father used to tell me, he said, son, there's one good place for my money. That's in my pocket. And now that I'm about to be 42 years old this year, he's right. I understand it now.
You speak French.
It has nothing to do with languages.
Listen, no disrespect, but he's Haitian American. Now he blended into the culture, but he's not black. Yes. Black American is specific to a specific group of people.
What do you define as Black American?
Black American are the people that built this country from the ground up, that made a way for people. Hold on, that made a way for people that come here, and since 1965, civil rights movement. This is why you was able. What year you came in? What year you came here?
2001.
Right. So you're new. You're new to the game. Hold on. So you're new to the game. One thing I'm saying is this. You new in the game. You came in 2001, right? We've been here and we made a way for people to come. Again, you're new to the game. You came in 2001, right? So how can you come into here in 2001 and say, I'm Black American? I can't go to Haiti and say I'm Haitian.
I'm not saying that.
That's what you just said. You said my son not Black American? No. Now, hold on. Did you have a Black American wife? Did you have a Black American wife?
I had.
Well, no. I'm saying, is your son, mother Black American? That's what I'm asking.
No.
So he's not Black American?
I'm saying, what do you call Black American?
What do you mean? What do you call Haitian?
Haitian, let's say I was.
What do you call Haitian?
Well, I was born in Haiti.
Right.
I speak Haitian Creole.
Okay.
So that
I was born here, here, right? I have a lineage of people that built this country from the ground up with 50,000 plus a mention. Hold on. I'm getting where you come from. My language it came from Job, and then it went from Ebonics, then it went to now they call it Ab, but we don't call Ab. But that's my language over here, and my culture, custom traditions is what you have right there. That Mo's soul food. That's my culture, custom, and traditions that you blending into and making money off of. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When you say I'm Black American, again, that's part of the erasure of who we are. You're Haitian American. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy for you being Haitian American. I would never go to Haiti and say I'm Haitian American. I can't do that because I'm still going to be a Black American. That's your culture, tradition. It don't matter the skin color. Ethnically, I'm talking about ethnically, right? Skin color, you're right. But ethnically, I'm not Haitian American is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So I can't say I'm in Haiti now, I'm Haitian American, whether you like it or not. That's your culture, custom traditions.
And I want you to notice that toward the end, he said, look, there's nothing wrong with you being Haitian. I'm happy for you. When that, y'all hate us so much. Why do y'all hate? We don't hate y'all. But we won't tolerate disrespect. That's not going to fly no more.
So, many people get upset when Black Americans tell you that we are the only Black people, right? For Black Americans, it is a specific ethnonym. If you don't know the difference between an exonym, an endonym, and an ethnonym, you're already lost in the conversation. We are the only Black people. So let's break it down. An exonym is a name given to you by outsiders. An endonym is what people call themselves. An ethnonym is the specific name of an ethnic group with a shared history and lineage born on a specific soil. Look at the receipts. People love to bring up the Sudan. The name Sudan comes from the Arabic Balad al-Sudan, meaning land of the blacks. That is an exonym. The Arabs labeled them based on skin, but those people never called themselves Black. They have their own tribes and nations. For them, Black was just an outsider's description. Then people bring up Haiti as the first black republic, right? But read their 1805 Constitution. They declared everyone, including white T-Poles and Germans who fought with them, as Noir. In Haiti, Noir was a civic label for a citizen. It was a political club, not a bloodline. But for black Americans, black is our endonym. When we say we are the only black people, we mean we are the only ones whose actual ethnic identity is black. Everyone else has a country or a tribe to call themselves. For us, black is our tribe. It's the lineage built right here. For us, black is a proper noun. Full stop. Stop looking at that crayon box and start looking at our lineage, because race ain't real. But you know what is? Your ethnic group.
Standing on lineage business. We got to keep recycling this. We have to keep saying it, because what they try to do, they want us to have a moment where we're kind of lull to sleep. It's akin to fighting Tank Davis. See, Tank Davis can be losing rounds. You're doing good, and what happens is you get comfortable. Like you throwing lazy jabs and the same jab and the same right hand, and you moving the same way, and he boom hit your ass with an uppercut, and you don't know what to do, and he hit your ass again. If you look at all his fights, that's how he does it. The Tethers are trying to pull that tactic with us. They want us to fall asleep socially, politically, mentally, economically, and they can come in and hit us with a whammy bammy, but we're not doing it. We're going to keep beating the goddamn drum. We taking shifts, night shift, day shift, in between shift. We have overlapping shifts of black American excellence where we're going to keep beating they ass, whether it's with their culture that they don't really have, with withholding our finances, with removing them from finances they have that's ill-gotten, the things they've done that's ill-gotten, Minnesota, and quiet as kept, Memphis. We whooping everybody's ass. I'll use with them. If you over there with them, why am I getting whooped? Because you was with them. Y'all remember that?
There's a lot. There's a large. This is a large city.
I'm sorry. I said Africans, and I got a bone to pick as well. I might get canceled for this. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, man.
I am so tired of seeing the black culture in San Antonio depicted by African, just everything African.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not African, bro. My descendants probably, I don't know, or maybe I'm indigenous. I don't know. But you can't put us all in, and again, I might be wrong too.
You're not.
Yeah.
But every time I see every February in San Antonio, and it's just like everything you see people dressed up in these African outfits, and this is Black History. No, that's maybe for them, but I'm an American, bro.
Yeah.
I'm American.
Yeah.
So I can't get down with that.
Yeah, that's frustrating, bro, because as long as people can say our history is attached to Africa, they will never accept the power of our history here in America.
Man.
Shout out to Unity Stream Media Network. As y'all can see, at San Antonio, Texas, which is San Antonio, Mexican name, has a lot of Latinos in it. Even the black Americans there, our FBA brothers and sisters there, are tired of it. They're trying to amalgamate African culture and white, and basically wash us out. Like, oh, well, we got to wear this. Man, take that bullshit off. We are the culture. We don't have to cosplay us. All right, we are us. They are literally coming over here and trying to tell us to go over there. We're not destiny swapping. Y'all said that monkey meat. That was the. I'm sorry, y'all. I won't do that again without warning.
Now, Mexicans took the zoot suit from the blacks, but they also changed it. They made it more garish and made it more, they added a Mexicanism to it. But they took from the Harlem style that eventually became everybody's style,
Remember, we're the culture, and this last clip is to dispel and debunk all the tethers who say, oh, white people can't tell the difference. They can't tell at all.
You are technically a black woman, but what you are doing is really insidious because you are not a black American, and that is different, and you should know that, and you probably do know that. In another comment, you said, how do you know I'm not American? When all of your content has you in Papua New Guinea. Just yesterday, you posted a photo of you standing outside a place that is only in Papua New Guinea. I think it's really insidious what you're doing because I think you think that I don't know better. I think that you think that my understanding of racial politics in America means that I'm just going to take your word on it as a woman who is not a black American over black Americans because you are black. And I'm sorry to tell you, you picked the wrong one. Sydney Sweeney is an American actress currently working in America. The subject of discussion is her ad for American Eagle, and we are discussing white supremacist dog whistles because of the history that they have in America. Not only do I generally think that non-Americans need to kind of sit out some discussions that have nothing to fucking do with them, but the reason I think that is not because it has nothing to do with them. I mean, unfortunately, America is in such a position internationally that it kind of has something to do with everybody. But my thing is, you are unlikely to have built in the lived experience of picking up on these things if you did not grow up here. I'm not going to take your word on it as a woman from Papua New Guinea like I will a woman from America. Because a black woman in America is likely to have a history of picking up on these signals and cues, seeing the patterns as they existed throughout generations in America. Whereas you, I don't know if you're from Papua New Guinea, but from your accent, I would say that you're probably not from America. You do not have that. I think in a weird, twisted way, you are weaponizing your blackness because you think that I won't know better, with the intention of ultimately just harming black people that I am around here in America. Because I think the goal is that I'm just going to blindly take your word on it as if I think that's how it works. All that being said, let's say hypothetically, you were a black American and you said this same sentiment. Sydney Sweeney's right. You guys are just making stuff up. It's just an ad that means nothing else. You guys are bullying her. And if that were the case, I might feel a little less defensive. But at the same time, I reserve the right to know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to the way that white people are conditioned to be. If I'm being very honest, I think there's a not small possibility that when making the ad, she didn't really think it through. I think that's a very likely possibility because I'm not really getting the impression that she is somebody who thinks about other people like that. But the thing is, it would have been so easy to say, yeah, I saw that. I didn't mean it that way at all. But that's not what she said. She said nothing. She said nothing. It would have been so easy. Like, did you see how quickly I got those words out? Like, how little airtime it would have had to have taken up in the interview? And she chose not to, intentionally. That was intentional. Because if you are somebody who is not from America, you are probably fed a very white version of things, very white perspective of things. And it is a very common white thing to not really know what the fuck is going on until somebody tells you what the implications of the thing that you just did are. But the problem is that many people told her what the issue was, and we have now told her many times what the issue is. So at this point, it is intentional. I know it when I see it. I know when I see somebody who is not being ignorant. And for you to tell me that I don't know my own people, that I don't know what the fuck we're up to, don't piss me off. Bullying her, a multimillionaire, I'll never cry tears, lose sleep over bullying a multimillionaire, especially one who has fucked up in such a public way and in such an easily preventable way. I can't believe you are a medical professional. That's hilarious and scary and sad. Yes, you are tech.
You know, we're the ones who were foolhardy. Because, see, they can always tell. That's why they used them. Oh, we can make them buffer classes to put them in between us and them and use them to undermine them. We were the ones who were foolhardy, want to love and hug. And come on, man, come sit down, man. Come over and eat. We got extra food, man. We got plenty. We were the ones who were doing that the whole entire time they coming over our houses with knives in their hands and stab us in the back. But no more. My beautiful FBA family, I hope y'all having a good Friday. This Good Friday. You know, your boys still got to work, but we're going to make it do what it do. Until next time, peace and black empowerment.